G'day, I'm Crybaby Cowboy. Welcome to Bonza Pet Eat. This week we're looking at fried eggs. Eggs, bloody dainty and that. Very simple, little lumps, but so easy to get wrong. I will be showing you how to make some seductive lumps that are both dainty and able to show someone that you're trying to seduce, that you have a dainty side, by making eggs on toast. Whack some bread into your toaster and leave it for a sec. Grab some eggs and put a pan onto a low heat. If you're not confident with cracking eggs, crack them into a bowl or glass, then bloody have a squeeze at me bloody basics of eggs video. Throw a fair amount of butter into your pan and splash of your old mate olive oil if you want to. Once your butter is melted, chuck your eggs in, preferably without breaking the yolk. Then whack your bread down and start toasting it up. Once your toast pops up, leave it in to keep it warm. Unless you're making more, try not to take it out until your eggs are ready. Try pushing your yolk to one side of the egg white if you can. It's not necessary, but there's a seductive trick you can do with it later before you plate up that makes your eggs look bloody posh. But that's not the most crucial part of making eggs. The secret to cooking great eggs is to cook them at a low temperature. This makes the egg whites bloody silky and U-boot, while ensuring you cop a yolk as runny as a nose in Melbourne on a spring day. If your egg whites haven't turned from clear to white after 30 odd seconds, maybe crack your heat up a smidgen. The main thing to remember is that if it's too much heat, you stuffed it, but if it's too little, you can always increase it, and she'll be right. You should have an absolute ton of butter swimming around your eggs. That's grouse. That stuff doesn't have to end up on your plate, but if you normally butter your toast, then splash some of this on and give buttering the old post a miss. This next part is bloody tricky, but eggs are cheap, so practice the absolute buggery out of it before you fling this at someone you're seducing. Basically, there's a little egg white that doesn't cook and it's around the yolk. Spoon some butter over this if you want, but if that doesn't work, and for me it usually bloody doesn't, use your bloody flipper to gently pull the egg white off. For some reason, one side of it is stuck to the yolk, but the other peels off pretty easy like. The only way to find it is to run your flipper over the yolk gently in a few directions until you start to see it hit the frog. Don't start doing that until your egg whites are reasonably well cooked, otherwise your yolk goes walkabouts. If you are feeling extra bloody brave, try taking the extra side bit of egg white and flipping it over the yolk once you've removed that weird bit of white. You may need to separate the egg whites from each other by using your flipper to cut it. No worries, as you can also divvy up the egg whites to bloody fling them over any yolk which suits you. The only thing to be wary of is that the silky egg whites are so bloody fragile that your dish can go from looking like an absolute ripper to having the appearance of a bleached mongrel. Once you're happy with how your eggs are cooked, whack your toast on a plate and slide your eggs on. Top with a tomato relish or chutney if you're a bloody legend. There, eggs on toast, so dainty. These have been sitting here for a bloody long while. You should eat them when they're warm, but you know, Jim said he has to get stuff ready, so. Always good to top them with some hot sauce so that you're not only showing your dainty side to that special someone, but also a hot side. I have some over here. Always good to add a little bit. Yeah, no, well done, Jim. For me, I like a lot of sauce, Jim, so I'm just going to go for it. What do you mean? No, it's room temperature at worst, Jim. It's not really that hot. Nice bit of chutney, doesn't hurt anyone. And before Jim takes it away, I'm just gonna tuck in. There's me bloody stuff you, Jim. Get all that bloody chutney on it. And it's a different kind of hot, isn't it, Jim? Oh. Oh, Crybaby cowboy. See it. Positively. Who makes that? Jim, I hate you. I'm gonna finish it, but Mummy.